Hi, welcome to this mini learning, and I'll start with the problem in mind. So there are times, and this is just an example, where I need to do some deep research, or my conversation with this trained GPT has evolved a more in-depth information. And I've just set it off to go and do this. And while it's doing this, let me go and show you what I mean. So here's a sticky note articulation of the problem. We get back lots of information from GPT reading research. I want to digest the information on the go. I don't want to be reading it though, because ironically, when you work with GPTs, you end up working with text probably more than you ever did before. And that creates eye strain, human problem, but very real. And I want an easy way of getting the audio files. And again, I don't want to jump around too many systems. I know there's systems out there, but you just kind of copy the text, paste the text, write it, run it. I just want it to be easy. So here's what I did, and it's super simple. Again, I created a make scenario that Claude can access, where it will send a file name and the markdown of that file, which is just a formatting. And I'll just show you the important bits. And then in here, it sends that information to a service I created, which will turn it into a voice file. Now that service is a Cloud Run service. And again, this is where I find the power triumvirate is we can have these automation tools, but sometimes we need a microservice that just does one job, like with this one. It takes a markdown file, turns it into an audio script. And I created this service using ChatGPT to code it, Claude to add some inputs into it, and some back and forth. Took me about an hour to have it up and running. If you find it useful, I'll put some links in this video so you can just lift it and use it yourself. But the key message for me is that sometimes you create these mini services and use them in your automations, and it just becomes so powerful. This is something you used to hire a developer for and spend a week going back and forth. What then happens, it gets emailed to me. So when it's finished, I get the file on my phone and I can listen to it. And let me show you it all in action so you can visualize how it works. So then after a while, it's come back with this research about things that might be useful in the new GPT-5 release to human in the loop. And what I want to do now is, rather than read this, I want it to be sent to me as a voice file. So, well, okay. Can you? So now it's done. I tell it to create a markdown and send it to the markdown to voice action. It sends it. Now, if I go into my emails, I've got a voice file, and just to show you it actually works.
GPT-5 for human in the loop systems. GPT-5, released in August 2025, represents a breakthrough for human in the loop systems through its unified architecture that automatically routes between fast responses and deep reasoning modes. Organizations like Amgen, Box, and Morgan Stanley are achieving 60 to 80% efficiency gains while maintaining essential human oversight. Key capabilities for HITL systems: architecture.
So as you can see, this becomes just super convenient and super useful. It's also very cost efficient because all I'm doing is paying for when I want to create these files. And it'll do very long files as well. So I've had it creating 10 to 15 minute audio files. I'm not saying it was the most riveting listen, but it did allow me to go out, go on a walk, and get the information read to me and digest it. So again, I hope you found this useful. I am looking at creating more detailed how-to videos for any of these mini learnings if you want to apply them yourself. If you feel that'll be useful, please leave a comment, like, or any feedback, because that'll be really helpful for future content and, more importantly, the creation of these more detailed how-to tutorials. Thank you.